Welcome to the truth. And today, the Pope got caught. Well, he was caught holding a pagan ritual on the Vatican grounds, which featured the worship of an Amazonian fertility goddess, as you can see, which he was also a part of. There was outrage amongst an international group of Catholics who demanded Pope Francis to repent publicly and issue an apology after he supposedly disobeyed biblical teachings, which states all participation in any form of the veneration of idols is an objectively grave sin that only God can judge. A few days later, Pope Francis was seen again praying in front of the Pachamama, the pagan fertility goddess statue at St. Peter's Cathedral, and then accompanying it in a procession into the Synod Hall. The pagan worship caused an uproar in the Catholic world. Replicas of the Pachamama statue were later seized from a church near St. Peter's Basilica in Rome and thrown into the Tiber River. Now, the Pope's response to the ignorant, for those with a brain and are truly conscious of reality, was hilarious. Francis asked for pardon of the people who were offended by this act, pardon of the people, not of himself, and refused to apologize for the degrading papacy by worshipping false gods. This is super funny because God is an idol and these people don't know it. He also issued a warning about the dangers of jealousy, envy, and rivalry. Francis said, when you talk badly about someone, you destroy them. The tongue is a fearsome weapon. Gossip kills, slander kills, but the jealousy and envy of the one destroy the other. So in another term, the reason why you are angry is because you are ignorant and fail to understand that what I do is what you do. The difference is I understand to an extent what I am doing and you are just along for the evil ride. Simply translated, for those who have true intelligence. Because for one, who is God? Has anyone dared to research the origin of God? Well, Isaiah chapter 65 verse 11 clears it, tell you who God is. And he and they are not your creator. It's just an opening created, a word created to give leeway to paganism under the false title or label religion, which is another innovation in humanity. Next thing, they're complaining about the idol when they worship dead Judas on a cross, saying God told them to do it. Funny people. So they worship idols already while bashing their demonic master who does the same. But he accepts all the gods of all races except the distinct supremacy that is Allah. He, the Pope, will point the remainder of the people after they killed most of them to the Antichrist or the so-called Jesus they think took their sins away. A paganic figure that goes by many titles and his origin is basically astrological. And he will destroy religion. Only evil people branded it Islam as a religion. The Antichrist will basically destroy all religions. And King James, he was a faggot from his teens to his death and was buried between his two favorite male lovers. And Paul of Tarsus, who killed the true Christians, brought them to Rome for execution, collected bounties for their heads because they worshipped the greater Allah, whom all the prophets told their people to worship. No image or idol exists, nor should any be created to try and represent the one and only true originator of existence. Next thing, when the Pope stated that the tongue is a fearsome weapon, gossip kills, slander kills, but jealousy and envy of the one destroy the other, I say, where was this statement when you and your Zionist Illuminati masters were killing the Americans in 9/11, after years of programming it into them subliminally, then blaming and spreading propaganda on the Muslims? Where was this statement when you placed their fake agents and their ISIS and Boko Haram, who kept saying they're Muslims, when just like the Western military, they are slaves for the Jinns and the Illuminati to war against the righteous and suppress the truth? Where was this statement when your masters paid an agent to blast the Sri Lankan Christians, your own created slaves, to smithereens on your paganic Easter? Where was this statement when you sent your MK Ultra agent clone to New Zealand to massacre the Muslims? Because these people are the evils of society. These are those whom the world has been given to, yet the slaves continue to sleep and they say there's no such thing, while these people start emerging from their darkness, because the masses have no foundation and will fall for anything, because their judgment has been impaired and damaged, so everyone except a few are spiraling towards a painful conclusion. This is the truth. Peace.